Get comfortable with English in comfort. This is your English listening practice podcast to help you learn and improve naturally.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English in Comfort. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. Hello, everyone.
Mark, today I want to sit down and talk about something that stops so many people. It isn't grammar. It isn't vocabulary. It is a feeling. It's the reason why many of our listeners stay quiet, even when they really want to speak.
We're talking about confidence, right?
Exactly. Confidence. You know, a lot of learners say, I know the words, I can read English perfectly. But when a real person stands in front of me, I freeze.
I know that feeling well. It's like your mind suddenly goes blank.
Yes. And people have this idea. They think confidence is a requirement, like a ticket you need to buy before you can enter the cinema.
Right, they think, first I need to feel 100% brave. First I need to feel ready. And then I will open my mouth.
It's like waiting for the traffic lights to turn green before you even get in the car. You are waiting for a feeling that isn't there yet. But the truth is, and this is the big secret, it actually works backward.
Backward? You mean you have to act before you feel ready?
Yes, you don't wait for the feeling. You do the action first. Even if your voice is small, even if your hands are shaking a little bit. You say hello, and then maybe 5 seconds later, or maybe a minute later, the confidence arrives.
That is a relief to hear. Because if you wait to feel ready, you might wait forever. I remember when I was learning to swim. I was terrified of the water.
Oh, really?
Well, if I waited until I felt confident to jump in the pool, I would still be dry today. I had to jump in while I was scared. The confidence came after I started swimming.
That is exactly it. Confidence is the result of talking, not the cause.
So, to everyone listening right now, take a deep breath. You don't need to be brave right now. You just need to be willing to start.
So let's talk about how to start, because I think a lot of people put too much pressure on themselves.
Oh, absolutely. The pressure is huge. When we learn a language in school, we are taught that every sentence is a test. We think, if I make a mistake, I fail. If I am boring, I fail.
It feels like the teacher is constantly standing behind you with a red pen, ready to mark your mistakes.
It is exhausting. It makes speaking feel like work. But here is the mindset shift we need. Talking is not a performance. You are not on a stage. There is no spotlight on you. Talking is just participation.
I love that word, participation. It sounds much less scary than performance.
Exactly, think about it. When you go to a party or a meeting or a cafe, you are just part of the room. You are joining the group.
That is so important. Participating means you are just there. You are sharing the moment. You are contributing a tiny piece to the puzzle.
Right. You don't have to be the funniest person in the room. You don't have to be the smartest.
You know, Mark, sometimes I listen to conversations in my own language, just regular people on the bus, and honestly, they are not perfect.
I know, right? Even in their native language.
People stop in the middle of sentences. They forget words, they change ideas, they use very simple words like good and bad.
That is a good point. Real conversations are messy. They are not like textbook dialogues.
So if you are learning English, please remember this. Your goal is not to impress the other person. They are not judging your grammar.
Usually they are thinking about themselves. They are thinking, does this person like me? Or, do I have spinach in my teeth?
They are not analyzing your verbs. So, lower the bar. Your goal is just to connect, to say, I am here and you are here.
That's it. Connection over perfection. If you lower the bar, it becomes easy to step over it.
So, if we lower the bar, how do we actually start? Because that first moment, breaking the silence, is usually the hardest part.
It acts like a heavy car. The first push is the hardest. Once it is moving, it is easy.
So, we need a strategy to get that momentum going.
I always tell people to use the smallest possible start.
What does that look like in practice?
Well, many people try to think of a long, clever question. They try to plan a whole paragraph in their head. They translate it, check the grammar, check the pronunciation.
And by the time they are ready, the other person has walked away.
It takes too long. So stop planning, just use one word.
Just one word? That sounds too simple.
Maybe two. Just say, hi,
Hi.
or hello, or a really nice one if you are meeting someone new. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That is very safe. It is polite.
And here's the best part. This is the secret that changed everything for me. After you say that, you can stop. You did your job. You don't have to rush into the next sentence.
That makes it feel much better. Because usually I worry about step 2, step 3, step 4. I worry about the whole conversation.
No, don't worry about step 10 when you're at step 1. Just say hello. Usually the other person will say hello back. They will smile. They might ask, how are you?
And suddenly, you are in a conversation.
You didn't force it, you just invited it.
Can we give another example? What if you are not meeting someone but just standing near them, like at a bus stop?
Great situation. You can just make a small comment about the environment. For example, it's cold.
It's cold, just 2 words.
Yes, or the bus is late.
That keeps it very simple.
You're not demanding a conversation. You're just offering a small comment. If the person wants to talk, they will answer. If they don't, that's okay too.
It feels very low risk.
Very low risk. And that is how confidence grows. You take small risks, and you see that nothing bad happens.
Okay, so we said, hello, or we said, it's cold. The door is open, but now comes the next problem. The other person starts talking, and we freeze.
The panic sets in.
Yes, we think, oh no, what do I say next? I have no ideas. My mind is empty.
I know, it's a scary feeling. You feel like you need to be interesting.
So, how do we fix this? How do we keep the conversation going without stress?
Well, you don't need new ideas. You don't need to invent a topic. You can actually use the other person's ideas.
How do we do that?
There is a technique called the echo. You know what an echo is?
Like in a cave? You shout, hello, and the mountain says, hello, hello.
That's right. You simply repeat the last thing the person said. Or you pick one interesting word they used and you say it back to them.
Is it really that effective? It sounds almost too easy.
It is easy, but it is powerful. Journalists use this. Therapists use this. It makes people talk more.
Okay, let's try it. I will tell you about my weekend, and you show me how to echo.
Go ahead.
Well, on Saturday, I went to the park because I wanted to see the birds.
The birds?
Yes, there are these beautiful blue birds near the lake.
The lake?
Yeah, the big lake in the city center. It was so relaxing.
Relaxing.
It really was. I brought a book and just stayed there for hours.
Do you see what happened there?
Well, Mark, you didn't do anything.
I did almost nothing. I just repeated your words. The birds? the lake, relaxing.
But it worked. I kept talking. I felt like you were listening to me. I felt interesting. I wanted to give you more details.
And I didn't have to stress. I didn't have to think, oh, what do I know about birds? What do I know about parks? I just listened to you and I echoed you.
This is a superpower for beginners.
It really is. It takes all the pressure off you. You just let the other person lead and you follow them. And notice my tone of voice, Anna. It wasn't flat. It was curious.
Right. You didn't say the birds. You said the birds, like a question.
Yes, the question mark in your voice says, tell me more about that.
There is another way to do this too. It's not just echoing words. It's using reactions.
Oh, reactions are huge. I think this is the number one thing that makes you sound fluent. Because beginners often stay silent while listening. They are concentrating so hard that their face goes blank.
I think beginners forget that reacting is speaking.
True. If I say something and you just stand there silently, it feels weird. I wonder, did she hear me? Did she understand?
But if you make a sound or say a small word, that is communication.
So what are some good ones we can use?
Well, the most common one is just, really?
Really?
Use it when you are surprised or when you want them to continue. I work at the zoo. Really?
That's a good one. It shows you are impressed. I also like, that's nice.
That's nice, simple, positive.
Imagine someone says, I'm going to have lunch with my mother. You say, oh, that's nice.
It makes the speaker feel good. And what if you understand something? Just say, I see,
I see.
or, right?
Right.
These are tiny phrases, Mark, but they are powerful. They show you are present. They show confidence.
And you don't need to worry about grammar with these. You can't make a grammar mistake with really.
That's true. It's impossible to get it wrong. And you can do this while you are thinking.
Yes, that is a great point. If you need time to think of your next sentence, use a reaction first. Oh, really? Well, I think that it buys you time. Now, before we finish, I want to touch on one more thing. It is the thing that scares people the most. It is silence.
Oh, the quiet moments, the awkward pause.
Yeah, this is what people are most afraid of. They think if the conversation stops for 2 seconds, they failed.
I used to feel that way. I would think, oh no, say something, say anything. It's too quiet. They are bored.
Right, you panic. But actually, silence is normal.
Really? Because it feels incredibly awkward.
It feels awkward, but it's okay. Think about when you talk to your family. Do you talk every single second? Like a radio?
Sometimes we just sit. Sometimes we are thinking. Sometimes we are eating.
Exactly. Silence just means the other person is thinking. Or maybe they are just breathing. It doesn't mean they hate you.
Also, I think silence feels longer inside our heads.
Oh, definitely. In your head, a pause feels like 10 minutes. You are screaming inside.
So, we need to be comfortable with it.
Yes. Confidence is being okay with silence.
So, what should we do during the silence? Just a smile. That's enough.
Yes, take a sip of your coffee, look around the room calmly. It shows that you are relaxed.
That is great advice. Taking a sip of water or coffee is a great trick. It gives you a reason to be quiet for a moment.
It says, I am not panicking. I am just drinking.
Okay, this has been a lot of advice. We talked about starting small, echoing, reacting, and silence. Why don't we show everyone how it sounds?
Good idea. Let's do a little role play.
And let's keep it very simple. No big stories. Just a normal small chat. Maybe we are at a coffee shop?
Okay. I am standing in line waiting for coffee. You are standing behind me.
Okay, I will start. The line is long today.
Yeah, it's very busy.
Busy. Everyone wants coffee this morning.
I know, I really need mine. I'm sleepy.
Sleepy?
Yeah, I stayed up late watching a movie.
Oh, really? Was it good?
It was okay, a bit long.
Ah, I see. Well, at least the coffee smells good here.
That's true, it smells great.
See? That was so easy.
It felt very easy. It didn't feel like a lesson.
Let's look at what we did. First, I made a small comment. The line is long.
That was the smallest possible start. You didn't ask me a difficult question.
Then you said you were sleepy. And I echoed you. Sleepy?
And that made me explain why.
And then I reacted, oh, really?
And we just kept going. It was a game of tennis. I hit the ball gently, you hit it back gently. No smashing.
And did you notice? We had short sentences. We didn't use big words, but we connected. Mark, looking back at that conversation, I realized something.
What's that?
The confidence was there, but it wasn't there at the start.
No, it wasn't.
It appeared while we were talking. Once we exchanged the first few words, I felt comfortable.
That's the secret, isn't it?
It is.
So to everyone listening, please don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect day.
Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to have a great story. You are enough just as you are.
Just say hello. Start with one word. Use the echo. And let the confidence find you.
We really hope this deep dive helps you feel a little lighter about speaking English.
You can do this. Just participate.
Thank you so much for listening to English in Comfort. We really appreciate you spending this time with us.
Take your time. Be kind to yourself.
And keep practicing, keep improving, and take care, everyone.